Hey guys, it's Junior here from Ascend AI Solutions. Today I'm discussing how we generated 54 interested leads in 2 weeks for a B2B company. I find doing case study type videos really effective because I can break down what worked well, but also what could be improved on because you can always improve on things. So that's what this video is about. And firstly, I want to sort of go through the results. So this was a B2B event. We ran, I think it was about 4 or 5 campaigns side by side. You'll see that it was a 2 week period from the 15th of July up until around the 30th of July. All of the campaigns ran at the same time. And they all had different amounts of people being contacted at that period of time. So, for this first campaign, there were 15 opportunities. For the second campaign, there were 12. Um, the third, there was 13 interested leads, 4 interested leads here, and 10 interested leads. So if you add all those up together, it amounts to about 54, and that's all for that 2 week period that we ran these campaigns. So I just want to quickly break down now what I think, what we did, the methodology behind it, and why I think it works so well. Maybe there's some things in here that you could use to implement into your own business and perhaps get similar results. And then also there might be things that I could learn as well from this. So firstly, um, it was a B2B event, and they were targeting what we call vendors or sponsors. So the way the business worked was that they need people to sponsor the event, and the objective was that we would attract vendors and sponsors that were willing to pay to connect with their potential buyers at an upcoming B2B event. The duration of these two particular campaigns were 2 weeks, although we did have about 3 months in advance that we were sending these invitations out. The audience was, vendors and sponsors. I did run simultaneously an attendees campaign, which we generated about 36 interested registrations, but um, that was a different model because the invitation was like a free invite. It's more like a free offer. So this one we're actually only counting this campaign because it's for actual people that might actually pay us some money. And the result was 54 qualified interested responses within 14 days. Now let me break down what I think worked really well, why I think it actually did well. And so the first key success factor I believe is we did high volume. So we consistently sent around 5,000. Actually, it was anywhere between 3 to 5,000 targeted emails per day to these lists. We set up multiple domains. From each of the domains, we had inboxes. I actually used Hypertide, which is a great vendor for inbox infrastructure, and they set up our inboxes, and we warmed up the inboxes for 21 days as opposed to 14, and we made sure that doing this maintained strong deliverability, and we're able to land in the majority of the inboxes that we were sending out to. So first key success factor I would say is definitely you got to be sending a high volume, and I will mention later that one of the improvements that I think we could have got from this was just purely getting more bang for our buck. I mean, 54 in 2 weeks is pretty good, um, but um, you're always trying to optimize, and I think if we could have gotten more, um, you know, the better. So that's definitely an improvement. Another reason why I think we were successful was because we were precision targeting. So we built a high quality segmented list with each event's theme. So there were multiple events within the one event, each of them having different themes. We made sure that we matched every vendor with a theme that was relevant to their business. And we focused only on vendors, like I said, whose offerings match. So that's another reason why your list is so important. Who you're targeting um, is so important. Another thing that I forgot to put in this note is we also tried to target companies that were showing signs of scaling. So they might be trying to grow or increase sales or revenue. There are different types of signals and things that you can look out for in the market that you can use as reference points to reach out to these people. So we made sure we tried to find people that would actually be trying to grow. An event like this would be helpful to them. Second reason why I think the event was so powerful, sorry, the campaign was so powerful was because of these two could probably be in one, but it's copywriting, right? So we use AI powered personalization, but not in a way that most people think. So, it's quite popular at the moment where people are using AI personalization to write full emails. The way that we find works is by isolating variables and having AI only personalize particular variables in the copy. And so I want to show you an example of that is so what we were doing firstly was we would do deep research on each of the company's ideal clients. So if there was a company that we wanted to sponsor the event, we would do deep research using AI. I think we use Perplexity in this case to deep research and output just the name of who they would be targeting. So, for example, um, if it was a medical device company, um, the research will come back with an output that might say something like healthcare providers or hospitals, just that variable. Then what we would do is we would insert that variable into a copy sentence that we've written. So I like doing this because, you know, as you get more skilled with copywriting, you have certain ways that you feel is the best way to write the copy. Instead of asking and prompting AI to do the whole copy in that way, you're better off just writing it out as like writing the copy and then having um, AI just fill in the variables. So that's what we did here. I noticed your company serves insert ideal client type, for example, hospitals, for example, medical professionals. Our event is bringing many of them together. So you can imagine if you're a scaling company and you hear about an event where your ideal client is going to be at, and you have the opportunity to, um, to pitch them, like you would jump at that opportunity, wouldn't you? And so that what that did was that it created relevance at scale and it boosted engagement. So that's another reason why I think it did really well. Um, and then lastly, this probably could all have been in one paragraph, but what I think was effective as well was that we framed the event as a networking opportunity with target buyers and not as a sales pitch. And and another thing as well is that we made sure that we kept our copy nice and short. The copy that performed the best was 70 words or less. So it takes a bit of effort and a little bit of skill, but it's about trying to fit as much value within that word count, whilst also trying to be as understandable as possible. These are all things that are really important. And then in terms of improvements, like I was saying before, I think just purely trying to get more out of the volume. Um, we were sending a high volume, so I think by the end of the 2 weeks, we had sent close to 50,000 emails. So in hindsight, you can see very quickly how how that high volume compares to 54 interested leads. It's still a great result, and I would say that in this point in time, if I ever needed to if I ever needed to generate 54 interested leads in a short amount of time, I'm grateful for this experiment because um, I know that if I send 5,000 a day, I should get that target as a minimum, and if I just follow these steps. So we build outbound systems for companies to do this on autopilot. And if you're looking to do any of that, please reach out. Yeah, that's all I have time for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.